Hey, we're back for another round of Modern and Affinity, and we're on the play, and this hand is perfectly acceptable, so we're keeping it. If I cast this Master of Ethereum, how likely is it that he has Dismember? Well, if he has Dismember, it's gonna be a while before we get it big enough to not die to it. And if he doesn't, then he's pretty dead. So, yeah. Versus mine. I don't have Tron anytime soon. I do like cranial plating here. I really like second cranial plating here. So I equip this. I can't think of anything specifically that punishes me for putting it on the Memnite. So I'm gonna put it on the Memnite in the hopes that if he has Dismember, I get more damage. Alright. Turn 3, attack for 10. Dismember on the Master. Oh good. So glad we put it on the Memnite. A little awkward. But to the cranial plating. The Ravager. Really? Interesting. I mean, like, we play cranial plating and we trade a Memnite for a Thought-Knot Seer? Sure, sign me up. It'd be so awesome if he doesn't realize that this is lethal if he doesn't block. Yeah, pretty low chance of that. Mox Opal. I don't see a compelling argument to not casting it and equipping both cranial platings. Especially since he could play another Thought-Knot Seer. Alright, now he's pretty much on, what? Yeah, that's about right for Eldrazi Tron. Champions are not good. Thought Seizes are good. Ancient Grudges are good. Memnites are not good. Oh, no. Why did I click on the Master of Ethereum? Yes. Excellent. Yep, we're good. Ancient Grudge gets rid of a whole bunch of the problem permanents. Chalice of the Void, Ratchet Bomb, Walking Ballistas. Although generally, like, Walking Ballistas are not fun to fight, even if you have a grudge. Yeah. Blood Moon is completely overrated against that deck, especially on the draw. You have a really hard time shutting them off of colorless mana to prevent them from casting any of their spells. They generally just kind of say, oh, I guess I don't get free mana once in a while. And then all of your manlands are turned off, so it's also kind of bad there. It's just not a card that I think is worth bothering with in the matchup. And this hand is fine. Yeah. Oh, nice Chalice of the Void. Of course, the ultimate truth of Chalice of the Void is every time they play Chalice of the Void, you feel like you draw a 0 mana artifact immediately afterwards, or whatever the mana cost they play it on. They play it on 1, you're like, oh, I'll draw every 1-drop in my deck for the rest of the game. So, Natural Tron is going to be really annoying. I'm gonna play out my cards here. If they go Walking Ballista, then we kind of have to suck it up and Ancient Grudge it after losing 2 of our guys. But if they're just playing a big Eldrazi, then not playing both of our things is a huge disadvantage. And so their best play was a Ratchet Bomb, which will Ancient Grudge on the later turn. So attack with Vault Scourge and then play Steel Overseer Cranial Plating. Hope they don't have... which they searched up a mine. Well, they could still have second tower, but it's less likely that they have like second tower Ulamog right now. That would be pretty insanely lucky. So the plan is to grudge the Ratchet Bomb next turn when he takes it up to 2. So now it's tapped. And grudge it on our turn. You know, I'm mostly worried about him removing all of my stuff, so I'd rather play Arcbound Ravager and an Ancient Grudge than equip the Cranial Plate. Arcbound Ravager so I can take it up to the Steel Overseer, and then Ancient Grudge instead of equipping Cranial Plating this turn. And obviously I have to grudge this because a Ratchet Bomb on 2 kills this, basically everything I have. So I'm gonna go for the Bound Ravager play. I don't really care about what land I tap, so I'll bluff that I might care about activating Inkmoth this turn, I suppose. Just want to be able to tap the Steel Overseer with Ravager in play, because that would be nice. I imagine if he can kill the Steel Overseer, he already would have, and not let me untap with it, because untapping with it is sort of the point. I wonder what he could have. He could just have a lot of land, have nothing to do with it. Having 10 mana and passing sort of indicates you've got no creatures. Could be like 2 Dismembers. He's thinking real hard. Maybe he's holding on to a Dismember in case I played something more important than Steel Overseer. I don't know. He's definitely tanking long about this. Ah, yes, Spatial Contortion. I see no pressing desire to sacrifice half of my board, so I will just tap it for mana right now. Goodbye, Ratchet Bomb. It's possible he was holding off on removal because he just didn't want me to... He just wanted to get a whole ton of value off of his Ratchet Bomb and was being greedy. I think that's probably the most plausible explanation. It's like, oh, I got a Ratchet Bomb for all this stuff anyways, so why waste a removal spell on a thing that'll have, you know, 1 turn of having a +1/+1 counter anyways. Alright, so play the Blink Moth, animate the Blink Moth. Do I feel like I'm going to need Galvanic Blast or Ancient Grudge this turn? He's not doing anything. So, no, not really. I'm going to go ahead and animate this. And activate for all of the +1/+1 counters. Up here. And if he doesn't have a removal spell immediately, he is super dead. He is super dead. And that was a really easy victory against Eldrazi Tron. Which is basically every game you play against Eldrazi Tron with this deck, because they are horrifically bad at beating Affinity. 12 mana. The biggest walking ballista you've ever seen. 6/6. Still completely incapable of killing my board. Yup. 6/6 walking ballista. Still scoops. Alright, GG guy. Come back for the next match.